Once upon a time, in a dark and lonely forest, there was a very old and strange house. At first sight, it looked like something right out of a horror story, a meeting place for witches or Dracula's country home. In other words, scary. And yet...
Dinner time, everyone!
And yet, the people who lived here had nothing to do with werewolves, vampires, or witches, or anything that scary.
Come on in!
In fact, they were perfectly normal. Well, almost. Why don't we begin with Agatha? I don't think any child could dream of having a more wonderful grandmother.
Nice and hot!
Playful, a little strange, and a champion at telling frightening stories around the fireplace at night. What's more, Agatha is a medium, which means she can see things that you or I, or nobody in fact, can see. One day, she decided to get rid of her TV and replace it with a crystal ball where she saw things that were
much more fun to watch.
And that was how Agatha gave up her knitting and began to study the mysteries of fortune-telling.
My word!
And the cemetery right near the house became her favorite strolling spot, especially when there was a full moon.
Dinner is getting cold!
Now, how can we talk about Grandma Agatha without introducing Grandpa Hercules?
I made you an absolutely scrumptious slug soup.
Like all great inventors, Grandpa is a little eccentric. Most of his inventions are as weird as they are useful.
Hooray!
Although sometimes kind of dangerous.
Science marches on, my friends. If this doesn't work, my name is not Grandpa Hercules.
Unfortunately, his experiments often end in the same way, with a big bang.
Jazz, aren't you going to have dinner with us?
Oh, that's young Jazz, Hercules and Agatha's grandson. The least eccentric member of the family, although... Well, you see, Jazz is a police inspector and he specializes in supernatural occurrences. So he spends most of his time chasing vampires, werewolves, and all sorts of terrifying monsters. Jazz is the pride of his admiring
That
grandparents.
boy of ours is a chip off the old block.
I think he takes after me, darling.
Still nothing new on the East End case.
It's strange that the police haven't found a clue.
If Jazz were in charge, the case would be solved by now.
You're absolutely right, dear.
Say, the children aren't back yet.
Why, yes, that's true. I was wondering why everything was so nice and calm. Where can they be hiding this time?
The children Agatha's looking for are not...
Knock, knock, Toby!
They're not exactly children. They're, well...
Hello.
I think I had better explain. As I already told you, Grandma Agatha loves to go strolling through the cemetery. And that's how one day, or rather one night...
You? Hi, who are you, huh?
Oh, my word, you're a ghost.
I am?
Where do you come from? Are you lost?
Lost? No, I just don't know where I am, that's all.
I'm going to take you home. Come with me now.
Oh, great.
And that was how Agatha adopted not her first child, but her first ghost.
You don't strike me as being terribly bright, but you're very cute. I need a cute name for you. Huh, Knock Knock. That's a lovely name.
But Knock Knock wasn't the only ghost Agatha adopted. He was simply the first.
Oh. Well, aren't you adorable? And who are you and what are you doing here?
Hi, my name is Toby.
Toby.
And then, after Toby, it was Disaster's turn.
Who's that hiding behind this bush? Come out now. Oh, my word, why are you so sad?
I'm scared. Disaster wasn't what you'd call a hero. In fact, he was so scared you'd think he'd seen a ghost. Agatha took him home, too, and that was how he, Knock Knock, and Toby became part of the household. To Hercules' great relief, Agatha didn't find any more ghosts. After all, 3 children were plenty to handle. There is another member of this happy family, and that's Aunt Alice, a professional witch and Agatha's best friend.
Hello, everybody. You'll never guess who drove me here in her car.
Oh, I almost forgot. Lucy. Lovely Lucy. She's an ace reporter
Lucy!
and simply mad about jazz.
Sit down and join us, my dear.
Hello, Sherlock Holmes.
Hello, Lucy.
Well, I don't think I've forgotten anyone. Why don't I leave you and let you get better acquainted?
Ah, alone at last. About time. Oh, no, if it's not one thing, it's another.
How could that be at this hour?
Only one way to find out.
At this time of night, it's bound to be bad news.
Yes, hello? Jazz speaking.
Evening, my boy. This is Inspector Doug. I need you at headquarters right now.
Okay, I'll be right there. I'll get dressed and drive over. I'll see you in about 10 minutes. You'd better start without me. I've got to go back to the office.
All right, Jazz, dear, but what's the matter?
I don't know. He wouldn't tell me over the phone. I've got to go now.
Mind if I come along?
Okay, Lucy, but you'll have to wait in the car. You know how Inspector Doug feels about talking to the press.
How about us, Jazz? Can we come?
Absolutely not. You stay here. Doug doesn't know anything about you, and that's why I wanted to stay. Don't wait up.
Be very careful now, please.
Well, what are we waiting for?
We'll be fine, Grandma.
Well, now, maybe we can eat in peace at last.
Excuse me, dear, but we've got a little detail to attend to.
Yes, that's right. A tiny little detail.
Come on, Alice, hurry up.
What a family.
I wouldn't have asked you to come here so quickly if it weren't important. We've got a big problem on our hands, Jazz. A missing persons case.
A missing person?
Exactly. And not just any missing person. We're talking about a child.
Tell me all about it, Inspector.
We received a phone call from a Mrs. Hoffman, the child's mother. I don't have to tell you how upset the poor woman was.
Yes, of course, I can imagine.
According to her, her daughter Camille vanished into thin air, disappeared. It's extraordinary, don't you think? So extraordinary that it raises a great many questions.
Like what?
Like how a child can just disappear without even a trace.
I'll see what I can find out about this Mrs. Hoffman.
And I'll go see her.
I'll meet you there. Here we are.
I'll go in with you.
Jazz, what about us?
I thought I told you three to stay home.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. If you had told us to stay home, Jazz, we'd have stayed at home. Right, Disaster?
Sure, I could have finished my soup.
They're so adorable.
Yeah, they're angels. I'm warning you, stay in the car and keep out of sight. Do you understand?
Yep, understood.
We got it.
No problem. Bye now.
Evening, Inspector.
Is Inspector Doug here?
He's waiting for you. It's one flight up.
What do we do now?
This disappearance is very strange. Have you checked with everyone? Her friends?
Yes, of course. I beg of you, Inspector. Bring my Camille back to
I'm
me.
not too late, I hope.
Oh, Jazz, I see you've brought the press along.
Good evening, Inspector.
Well,
I'd like you to meet Mrs. Hoffman.
how do you do?
It's her daughter who's missing. She put her to bed at 9 o'clock, and when she went back upstairs,
My little Camille was nowhere to be found.
You didn't see her go out?
No,
no suspicious sounds, no crying.
no, nothing at all. The window is locked. She couldn't have gone out that way.
Inspector, it seems as if another child has disappeared.
Are you serious?
A little boy, not too far from here.
Jazz, you go and check it out. I'll stay with Mrs. Hoffman.
Okay, come on, Lucy.
Coming. Goodbye, ma'am. Oh, my poor little baby.
Let's get out of here.
I could have sworn I heard the two of you talking.
Two children disappear in one night? That's weird.
The bedroom window was locked, and her mother was in the living room. It's absolutely crazy.
We were angels, just like you said.
Yep, we sure were.
I'm starved.
Lucy is right. How could the child have gotten out of the house?
If you ask me, she hasn't disappeared at all. I bet she's still at home.
But Alice, the police have searched everywhere.
Oh, but how to explain someone's disappearance is another story.
That's the problem.
You see, I knew you would agree with me. Take your little ghosts. You turn your back on them, presto, they've disappeared.
But Alice, they're ghosts.
That's the problem.
I bought him a new book this morning. He was so happy, too.
My wife read a story to Julian for about 20 minutes.
Did you notice anything strange?
No, nothing. Before going to bed, I looked in to see if he was asleep. That's when I realized he was gone. Julian? Julian? Darling?
Do you mind if I have a look around Julian's room?
No, of course not, Inspector.
It's deja vu all over again. Julian disappeared in the same way that Camille did. Not a clue, not a trace.
And the only way out is locked, too.
Hey, Jazz, can we come?
It's nice of you to ask, now that you're already here.
Hey, look, cookies, yummy.
Oh, and skates.
Knock, knock. Listen, stay here and not a sound out of you. Understand?
Of course.
Yeah.
Knock, knock, stop that. Behave yourself. I don't believe this.
Well, you said not to make any noise, and I didn't make any.
This is a great book.
Look, Jazz, it's the same book I saw at Camille's.
What did you say?
That book, there.
What about that book?
Mrs. Hoffman read to Camille from that book before she went to sleep.
It's a really sad story, too, about a sweet little girl who dreams about having children. Oh, no.
What is it, Toby?
Toby! Oh, no!
Toby, what's wrong with you? Oh, no!
Toby!
Jazz, he's disappeared into the book.
What's going on? What's all this shouting about?
Is it Julian? Have you found out anything?
No, not exactly. It's too soon to be sure, but is it all right if I borrow this book?
Of course.
Stay here. I'll contact you as soon as I have some news.
And please don't worry. We'll find Julian. You'll see.
Oh, Alice, this is a horrible catastrophe. Toby, did you see? He's disappeared.
That's incredible. He was reading, and boom, he was gone.
Agatha, what's the matter, Cupcake?
My Toby! He's disappeared!
Toby disappeared? Oh, what's that rapscallion trying to pull now?
It's the truth, Hercules, really. He was reading, and boom, he was gone.
Interesting. I've never heard of anyone disappearing while reading a book.
That's why we're so worried.
Did you see Disaster?
He was eating cookies.
So, you can disappear while reading a book, but not while you're eating cookies.
Huh?
He's weird.
I might have a new lead, Inspector.
Go on.
It's still too soon to be sure. I'll check it out and keep you informed.
Call me in an hour.
An hour? That doesn't give us much time. What's the book about, Lucy?
It tells the story of two sisters. One of them, Morgan, is a good fairy. The other one, Gorgon, is a horrible witch.
No!
And since the wicked witch is terribly jealous of her sister, she casts a spell on her
That's really mean.
What kind of spell was it?
that Morgan could never have a child with her Prince Charming. Look, here he is.
Phew, he's no movie star.
Well, I think he's cute.
If you ask me, the witch was jealous because she didn't have a Prince Charming, that's all.
What did you say?
Oh, no, Gorgon!
That's right, Morgan's sister is Gorgon.
She's an incredibly powerful witch.
She sure is, and downright evil, too.
I don't know how it happened, but it was just as if Toby,
Had been swallowed by the book.
That's right.
And that must be exactly what happened to both Camille and Julian.
This Morgan must want children so badly that she attracts them into her story.
That's scary.
Well, Jazz, my lad, it looks like you've got quite a case in your hands. How do you plan on solving it?
There's only one solution. We've got to go into the book and get everyone out.
Go into the book? How? I don't understand.
By believing in the legend and having a child's soul. We'll leave you now. Good luck.
Take this. It'll protect you.
Thank you, Alice.
Come on, Alice, back to the boudoir.
Be very careful.
And behave yourselves, you little whippersnappers.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
Once upon a time. Oh.
It's working.
Whoa.
Look! They vanished. Help! Help! Let's go upstairs.
It worked, Jazz. We're inside the book.
You're right. Look. Miss?
Oh, who are you?
Don't be frightened. We're friends.
But what do you want?
We're looking for two young children. They disappeared, and we have to find them.
Camille and Julian.
They're both so sweet, and they're my children now. I've waited such a long time for them.
The problem is that they already have parents.
But I don't understand. How can that be possible?
I'm sorry, but it's the truth.
No!
Please believe us when we say how sorry we are.
It was too good to be true. It was like a gift from the heavens.
Where are they?
In the next room. But they're asleep. Please don't wake them.
We would like very much to see them.
All right, follow me. They're in here. Try to be ever so quiet. Oh! But how can that be? They've disappeared. I'm certain that this is my evil sister's work.
You mean Gorgon?
Yes, Gorgon. She's a horrible witch, and she's always been very jealous of me. We spent our entire childhood hating each other. She's a mean, horrible person.
Tell me, my little sister. Why is it that your face is so lovely to look at and mine is so terribly ugly? I'll get even with you.
My sister cast a spell on me. I can never have any children, never. Camille, Julian, we must get them out of Gorgon's clutches.
First, tell us where we can find her.
In the forest. Please save them. They're in very great danger. If anything should happen to them.
Don't worry, we'll find them in time.
I want my mommy and my daddy. You'll see them real soon, Camille.
A ghost!
Hi, children. My name is Toby, and I've come to get you out of here.
A little patience, my pretties. The potion will be ready soon. You're going to love it.
Gotta get a hold of those keys.
It looks delicious. And once you've drunk it down, my darlings, just like magic, presto, you'll be turned into pigs, both of you.
No, you can't do that.
Oh, yes, I can. And what's more, I will. You'll love being pigs. You'll see.
Okay, I've got the keys. We just have to wait until she goes out.
She said she'd turn us into pigs. That's right. I want to go home.
I'll get you home. I promise you, Julian. And you too, Camille.
That Toby is so clever.
Of course he is. How could he not be clever? I raised him.
I think I know what to do. But first, I have to find the right book. Here it is. Yes, this is the one.
What's in the book, Agatha?
It tells you how to make an evil witch into a kind and gentle witch.
Sounds good to me.
But that's impossible.
Look, it's Gorgon. She's leaving.
Let's go.
We better step on it.
Children? Who's there?
Jazz!
Children!
Lucy, you're here too!
Oh, Toby.
I'm so glad to see you.
Oh! Hey, hold on!
Toby, darling, I want you to listen carefully.
It's Grandma Agatha!
What's she saying?
A magic potion. We have to create a potion to make Gorgon nice.
That's right. First, empty the cauldron and fill it with water.
Give me a hand, everybody.
Which one?
Just keep bringing me buckets of water. Come on, we've got to work fast.
We have to keep filling it up, guys.
What's that, Grandma? Oh, roots.
Oh, wow.
Okay, Grandma, what now? Some magic powder? Okay.
Let's see now. Magic powder. Okay. Here it is.
Add some ginger to the potion and then a pinch of salt.
The mean old witch is coming.
Okay. We're all set.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
Okay, guys, it's time to do your stuff.
No! Let go of me! You're going to regret this!
Hang on to her. Don't let go.
No! Don't do that! Stop! Stop! Oh, no!
Oh, my word!
Let's hope it works.
Oh, maybe we mixed it all wrong.
Where am I? I feel so different and strange.
Camille, Juliet.
Oh, my darlings.
Oh, Gorgon.
Morgan, my sister.
I think it's about time you kissed and made up. You're not enemies anymore.
I don't know how to thank you.
By drinking this, which will break the spell once and for all.
That's right. And then we can all go home.
I swear I'll never forget you.
Goodbye, Morgan, and long life to you and your children.
So long.
The children, they're back. Look.
Mommy, Daddy.
Oh, I'm so happy. This is wonderful, wonderful.
But
Oh,
where did you find them? It's a little complicated to explain. Try.
there was this good fairy who couldn't have any children.
Lucy. All right, I get it. These things happen all the time. Give me the woman's name and her address so that I can go pay her a little visit. You might have some trouble finding her, Inspector. Why is that? You don't have the soul of a child.
Huh?
Camille, Julian.
Oh, Lucy, would you tell our little ghost to visit us sometime?
Promise.
Soul of a child, ghosts, and a good fairy. Would someone tell me what is going on?
And so ends a strange, incredible journey. Strange for us, that is. For our friends, though, it's just another day. But it's late. Time to go.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
See ya!